Good morning, class, or should I probably say good afternoon if you're watching this. I hope you're watching this. Today we're going to be talking about 9.1, we talked about today, plotting points on a coordinate graph or a coordinate grid. Today I gave you the study link 9.1 for homework, so let's take a look at it. Study link 9.1, let me scroll down for us. All right, first problem is asking us to plot the following points on the grid below. After you plot each point, draw a line segment, connect it to the last point you plotted. Reminder, use your straight edge, so use a ruler. They give us a bunch of points, and then we're going to plot those points. But one thing, the main thing I want us to get out of this lesson, kids, is that when you have an ordered pair, so our first number is 3, 6. 3, 6 is our first ordered pair. The first number in an ordered pair always represents your x-axis or your horizontal axis. So that bottom axis, that bottom line with numbers, that's what your first number represents. Your second number always represents your y-axis or your vertical axis. So look at it. My first number is 3, 6. 3, 6. I go 3. I'm going to move this thing. I don't want this in my face. Make him put it over here for now. Yeah, perfect. Okay, my first plot is 3, 6. So I'm going to count over. I got 3, my first number in the ordered pair. Then I'm going to go up 6. I'm going to plot a point. Right there. Boom. Make sure I don't double up on that one. I'm going to cross that one off. Next, we have 11, 11. So I'm going 11 across the bottom, 11 up top. Let me find it. There. Look right? Yes, it does. That tells us to connect this. I don't have a straight edge here in the smartboard, so I'm going to freehand this. Oh, not too bad. Could have been worse. All right, I'm going to cross out 11, 11. That one's done. Now we're going over 15, 11. So, well, I know the y-axis is 15. To go over 15, go up 11, plot a point. Remember that first number is on the bottom axis, the horizontal or the x-axis. That second number represents the vertical or the y-axis. Connect those points. Every time we make a point, we're connecting them. Cross it off. 15, 7. So, over 15. Now I'm going up 7. Plot that point. Connect it. Cross it off. 7, 2. I'm going over 7. Up 2. That's a long one to draw, but here goes nothing. Again, could have been worse. Next we have 3, 2. Over 3. Up 2. Connect that. Our next is 3, 6. I already have 3, 6. I already did it. It's already plotted, so I'm just going to connect that. We should kind of see a shape maybe forming in here. The next I have is 7, 6. So I'll go over 7. I go up 6. And I draw a line. Connecting that. The next directions it gives us, it says draw a line segment connecting 7, 6 and 7, 2. So I just plotted 7, 6. I go over. Here's that point. I find where I plotted 7, 2 that already exists. I connect them. So there it is. Next one. I'll cross that off so I know I did it. I'm connecting 7, 6 to 15, 11. I find 7, 6, which is right here still. Connecting that all the way over to 15, 11. All right, so we have a shape kind of formed here. The bottom says, what three-dimensional shape could this drawing represent? Well, to me, it looks like it's representing a rectangular prism. If you're not very familiar with these shapes, or what, these three-dimensional shapes can be a little more difficult. Student's reference book. Your student's reference book is a great guide. It gives you all of these three-dimensional shapes. It's a good place to find that information if you're struggling labeling these shapes. What ordered pair would name this missing vertex to represent a prism? So there's a missing pair. We had they didn't tell us to plot it. We need to find out where we should plot a point. What point should we plot so that if we connected those lines, we'd get a three-dimensional shape? Okay, so I know that I'm missing a shape somewhere on the right end of this shape. I have the 3D, I have three-dimensional here on the left. I need to make a three-dimensional on the right. Looking at that, I see this dot right here. That's the bottom of the rectangular prism. So I'm guessing it's on that line, that 7 line. It's on that 7 line where I need to plot it. I see this point right here. This is also one of the ends to the rectangular prism. So then I'm thinking, okay, if I drop this down, so I'm at 11 here. 11, I connected with that 11, 7. If I plot that point, and that tells you to use dotted lines to connect them. I'm using dotted lines. Does everyone see how my shape has now become 3D? I can also connect it here. So everyone see how that shape has now become three-dimensional. Connect those dotted lines that are missing. So my point ended up being 11, 7. That was my missing point, and then it tells you to use dotted lines to connect them. Well, I used dotted lines, and now I made it a three-dimensional shape. The bottom is just extra math practice, stuff that you can work on yourself. Again, use your student reference book, points of emphasis, student's reference book from this lesson. Also, ordered pairs. That first number is your x-axis. That second number is your y-axis. Remember that. You should be fine. Hope this helped, and I will see you in class 2 tomorrow.